Do you know what astonishes me about the narcissist? It's the fact that they actually believe that they can say nasty things to you, spread rumors about you, create lies, attack you on Christmas morning and late at night when you're sitting at home watching TV with your family, calling you all the names under the sun and telling you how everybody in the world hates you. And yet, when you do a video and share that information with your nearest and dearest, they somehow believe that the law will still be on their side. So, this is how delusional the narcissist is and how uneducated they are when it comes to the law. I've been trying to work out what Mason Fardeau has been actually getting out of all this bullshit online. And what I've realised is when he puts a post out about me, he gets quite a lot of middle-aged women giving him attention. So I believe he's doing this as like an ego boost, also to cause shit in my life, obviously. The fact that all of the flying monkeys that have attacked my pages over the last 7 years, every single one of them have been connected to Mason or Clark. And I found that out by them supporting their pages or having conversations about me online. It's really weird for Mason to deny all of this when he's blatantly having conversations on public platforms about me to complete strangers that I've never met. Mason Fardeau has left a bit of an essay under the video I did last night regarding his flying monkey, Hayley Spain. I don't think the narcissist realised when they actually write this much information, they're actually projecting and they're showing basically everything that I've been saying over the last few years. So I'm going to share this message with you guys and then I'm going to have my say at the end of it.
Wow, Sammy Lee, you are one vile, twisted, nasty, vile troll. I met you for 30 mins 7 to 8 years ago. After half an hour, that was enough. You have trolled everyone from Clark's film, but you also go on about others with fake accounts. You are absolutely crazy. I, for one, have zero interest in you and always can't wait to see the back of you. When you climb out from under that rock, bullying and trolling loads of people, you've been arrested for harassment once and got off, but this time you've gone too far. You trolled Hayley, another person you haven't even met, hiding behind your screen. I'm a professional actor of 5 years with a top agent. I certainly don't troll you or have any interest in your sad, pathetic life. You were reported to the police 5 times by myself and alone, and the police done nothing. You contact them once with all these lies, and yes, they spoke to me, and here you are again trolling others close to me. What is it you actually want? Are you jealous of others' success because you haven't got anywhere in the film industry? And going by making your own film on Amazon, that was not great. You decided to sit there trolling others with envy. Wow, now if these videos are not removed, you will face the consequences. Full on with a cease and desist injunction and defamation of character. You're known to police, you're on full benefits, you're rent paid for and have a drug problem. You are obviously so bitter of others doing well in life. I dusted you out a long time ago. You have Mariba accounts on Facebook stealing others' photos and videos and making fake accounts. You don't stop. You have serious issues. If you worked hard enough in study in the acting industry, you might have got somewhere and you only have yourself to blame for it. But nope, you sit there for years on end being that vile narcissistic person, making up lies and making out these people are all narcissists and all bullying you, when in fact you have fallen out with hundreds of people for the crazy reason you troll everyone that was in certain films, even those you've never met, slagging them off on fake accounts until you get a reaction, then you play this victim. Wow, I don't really care who believes your rubbish, as truth will come out very soon when you're charged with yet another arrest, but this time you will not get away with it. Remember, the truth always comes out in the wash. Maybe you should find something else to do to change this vile narcissistic behavior of yours, like maybe get a job and stop picking off benefits and making out to everyone you're something special. You crave to be loved for likes, attention and too many witnesses and vile voice notes you send others, bullying them from behind a screen. Now go to the police, I dare you to, but you won't, because you know every local paper will know the truth. You are a nasty online troll that makes out you're some sort of victim. Hayley has far more important things to do than sit and worry about some no one who have called people's agents trying to get them dropped with fake lies. Lucky my agent knows all about you and your vile traits, and this industry on a professional level is quite tight-knit. So you're only known by agents for what you really are, just because you couldn't make it past basic level in the industry. That's the hard truth. We all support each other, but then along comes this vile Sammy Lee with hundreds of fake accounts destroying people's worth with lies and complete fantasy. I'm not bothered really, as I've tough skin and your silly videos don't go anywhere, but I know in my heart of hearts I can back it up with all the proof of what you really are and pretending to play the victim.
Now you are going to be in trouble. And all will come out in the wash, I promise you that. Why the hell would I want to troll you? You're a no one, just some bully. My record is clean, yours isn't. So, and there's no smoke without fire. This has been going on for years, Sammy, so grow up. Jealousy is something I've never understood, but clear. There's an issue here with your vile behaviour. The difference seems to be that I was brought up and you were obviously dragged up. You have 7 days to delete all your videos with tarnishing my name, and Hayley's too. If these silly videos are not deleted, you will be served with the right papers, and we will take it all the way to see you punished for your vile behaviour. End of. We're far too busy in life working hard for our families and loved ones. 7 days, Sammy, and this isn't a warning. This is 100% going to happen, and that time in those cells will give you time to reflect on your vile, sad behaviour.
Yes, perfect.
7 days.
7 days?
As you can see there, Mason Fardo is a condescending little twat bag who really seems to think he has some sort of credibility within the film industry because he did a little part on a Netflix show. The bullshit he goes on about agents knowing about me and not having anything to do with me because I reported a man for rape, basically trying to make out that it's false. So you can see and hear in the message itself, he firstly states that he only met me for half an hour in 2017. Then he goes on to have all this information about me that he apparently knows, i.e. I take drugs, which is not true, that I'm on benefits, which is not true. What was the other thing? Sorry. I've been trolling people. That is not true. He kind of used to state that it was me trolling him, and now he's kind of changed it to he knows people that I've trolled. So I would love to know who these people are. He did bring up some names before, but this time round, he doesn't seem to have brought anyone's name up apart from this Hayley. So I suggest that the other flying monkeys that used to be involved a few years ago have realised what's going on and they no longer want a part of it. So Mason has managed to bring this Hayley Spain into the mix after years of it being quiet and no trolling or whatever going on. And now he's sort of, what's the word, ranting, I guess, ranting about the way he feels about me, ranting about all the things I'm supposedly supposed to have done, even though I haven't seen this guy in 8 years and I only met him once for half an hour. So I admit I thought it was a bit longer than that shooting the scene that we did, but if he says half an hour, then it was half an hour. I don't really remember him that well, to be honest. So yeah, it's pretty clear that Mason knows exactly what he's up to. The other bit that got me that he said was that he said that he'd reported me to the police 5 times and they haven't done anything. Yeah, I'm supposed to have trolled all these people and left all these vile, nasty messages. Yeah, they haven't done anything. Yeah, I spoke to the police regarding him trying to obtain my address and they spoke to him. So why would he deny everything in that meeting with the police and not tell them exactly what's going on so we could get to the bottom of all of this? I'll tell you why, because Mason is enjoying this little game. He's got nothing better to do. And he thinks by putting up posts like this on my videos, that I'm going to listen to his opinion about what he thinks about my life. I've done my own digging, Mason, and I know exactly what I'm dealing with. Thank you very much. So at least be honest, Mason. It's actually Clark Tribe who has the convictions, the drug offences, the GBH, the attempted murder charges. And you have the audacity to turn around and tell me I'm a bad person for walking away from people like you. Even the leader of your gang, Dave Courtney, said he'd rather be a rapist than a grass.
That's about as serious as you could possibly say. You know, I'd rather be a fucking rapist than a grass. At least another man who gets an eye and goes, well, I can half understand that.
You're all disgusting. And you're not fooling anyone anymore. I know exactly what I'm dealing with. And I'm quite proud of my life and my children and what I have. So I don't need a narcissistic little demon posting on Facebook in hopes that the public will believe that I'm a drug taker or that I'm a criminal or that I'm going to be on the newspaper, on the front head of the newspaper for what I've done. I mean, this is just so ridiculously delusional that I had to share it with you guys. This is the sort of shit I've been putting up with. Mason tries to speak to me like I'm his 7-year-old child and it doesn't wash. So I couldn't give a shit what he's been going around telling his agents or telling other people or speaking to other people about me, it seems, because in one breath he's saying he doesn't care about me, he hasn't been trolling me, he doesn't want nothing to do with me. He's only met me for half an hour, but yet he seems to have all this information about me. So who's he speaking to? Do you see how it doesn't make sense? It's called gaslighting, and I'm quite up on gaslighting. So yeah, it doesn't work. Sorry about that, Mace. All we've done, again, is show you clearly for what you really are. So you don't get to come on my wall and tell me to take down videos about things you're doing. Stop doing the things you're doing, stop talking about me, stop spreading lies about me, and I won't find out what you're doing and I won't have to share that information, will I? I look forward to the cease and desist and I look forward to the court case. I was going to take you to court myself, I was given that option, but it's quite a lot of money and I'd rather spend that money on my children. So I can keep taking your abuse and sharing it with my friends and family, or you can pay for the court case. I'll happily come along and I'll show you the evidence I've got on you. How about that? The narcissist is so roped up in their own beliefs and lies that they don't actually realise that they project when they're talking. So for a man in reality to have only met a woman for half an hour and not know her it seems a little bit odd that he has all of this information. It also seems very odd that he's so spiteful and aggressive towards a woman that he only met for half an hour. Now, you have my backstory where I'm telling you exactly what happened, where I fell out with his best friend 8 years ago. He then went on to threaten me because I removed him from the film. And then he went on to collect all these people I don't know to come and connect, harass, bully, threaten, all sorts to me. Now, I have 8 years of screenshots and evidence proving who these people are in exactly what they said. Rape threats, death threats, they're going to come after me, they're coming to my house, they're trying to find my address, all that kind of bullshit. And then you've got Mason here saying that that's not happening. So he's basically shaming me. He's also admitting, again, he doesn't know me, he's only met me for half an hour years ago. So how could he possibly know what's true and what's not true in my life? This again proves that he is putting anything out there to try and tarnish me. Any grown-up adult would not behave like this, and they definitely wouldn't speak to women like this. I think this message and all the other messages that are on my YouTube prove his character. And again, if there are messages out there that he believes he can get his hands on that prove I am all these things he says, I would love him to share them, because it's not true. And this is the reason why his friend Clark Tribe doesn't come forward, because he knows everything I'm saying is true, and all the people that were there at that party that night know what I'm saying is true. Unfortunately, none of them have any balls to actually come forward and do the right thing. So Mason is left covering it all up because he seems to be the only one that's actually done anything in the acting world. Again, look at his IMDb, it's not that impressive. And he has the audacity to try and put me down. Now, he seems to be very vicious about the things that I do, talking about the Amazon not being very good. I actually think that was quite a good thing in my life. It was not expected, and when it happened, we all celebrated. So Mason tries to ostracize. He's mentioning all of us hang around together and we all support each other, but there's this vile Sammy on the outside. I have no idea who he's talking about, apart from maybe the clique that he's trying to build against me. The independent film industry is so massive all over the world. He's trying to make out like it's some sort of little drama school that we all go to, and I'm not welcome on a certain part of the playground. So yeah, he's absolutely pathetic. And like I say, guys, read through the lines and you'll see the truth. And like I say, time will tell. I just want to bring up 2 more points that prove Mason is a narcissist. He basically states that he doesn't know me, yet he seems to know that I was arrested for harassment last year. Now, he's either been watching my YouTube channels regarding me suing Christopher Smith for the copyright infringement of my film Roofed, or he's been talking to Christopher Smith. Either way, it seems that he is doing some digging. Otherwise, how would he know this information? Now, Christopher Smith was dealt with. He made a false allegation against me. It was all dropped at the police station when the police found out that I had actually escalated things to the High Court. Christopher Smith was sued, he paid his compensation, the injunction was put in place, and he's left me alone. Yet Mason keeps trying to bring it up and twist it to say that I was the one that got arrested for harassment. Yet he doesn't actually know the details. So he's enabling another abuser. Also, Mason mentions that something to do with me contacting someone's agent. This was 8 years ago when I was going through a rape investigation, and I contacted a producer because I knew that the best mate of my rapist, who was targeting me online, was trying to get a part in this production. So I made them aware that this actor was part of a rape investigation. Again, Mason is enabling another abuser. So there you have it, guys. It just doesn't make sense. In one breath, he's saying that he doesn't like me, he doesn't want anything to do with me, he's got no reason to troll me. And then in the next breath, he's literally sending me messages to try and make me feel like crap, put me down. I mean, I don't think you could get any more narcissistic, to be honest. And yeah, like I say, once you know the pattern of behaviour and you've dealt with this kind of abuse in the past, you can read through the lines and it just doesn't make sense. He's got to have something to do with what's been going on, because he's too venomous. And if he genuinely thought that I was trolling him or his friends, 1, his friends would have gone to the police, or they would have contacted me. 2, Clark Tribe wouldn't be hiding off of Facebook. And 3, Mason wouldn't be making things up and blatantly lying. I mean, saying you're not doing one thing and then blatantly going and doing it. Talking about me behind my back, admitting that you're spreading lies about me, admitting that you're being malicious and doing whatever you can to make sure I don't work within the industry. I mean, the fact that Mason's got it in his head that the industry is this small little group that he's got the power to say who can and can't be within it is just, it blows my mind. There is just no talking to the guy. So I'm hoping after this I won't get any more messages, and I'm hoping his flying monkeys are going to steer away. But he has a very good way of making things up, getting people to stick up for him, and then I find myself in the position having to upload it, and they call that trolling. So you see, in this one video, I have proven that Mason is connected to a group of people on social media who think rape is okay. They also believe it's okay to target people and call them liars. They also believe it's okay to put abuse on their pages and bully them out of an industry. Mason seems to think that it's okay for me to put up with all this bullying, but the minute I start sharing it online, that seems to be a problem. This is how I've come to the conclusion Mason Fardo is a narcissist.